sounded like wind, but then he thought he heard his name in the wind. And he thought he heard, Jeremiah, Jeremiah. So he looked at the house for a second, and he pointed his ear in that direction, and he couldn't hear it anymore, so he continued walking down the road. But then, a few moments later, he heard it distinctly, his name in the wind. Jeremiah. And the hairs on the back of his neck stood up. He looked at the house, dark, desolated. No one was there. But for some reason, he didn't want to, but for some reason, he started walking towards the house. Just focused on it, almost hypnotized by this house. And he started walking closer and closer. And as he walked, he could hear the sound of the wind. And it became clearer and clearer what it was saying, over and over again. Jeremiah!
Come on!
And so, he got to there was a gate in front of the house, and there was a white fence surrounding the house. And he got to the gate, and the wind was blowing, and the gate slowly blew open in front of him. And the entrance was free for him to go in. And he started walking through the gate, and at this time, he started saying to his feet, don't walk, don't move anymore. But his feet didn't listen to him. They just carried him through the gate and started walking up the path to the house. And in his head, poor Jeremiah was screaming, don't walk anymore. Feet, stop. But he couldn't stop them. And he walked up, and all the time, it was getting louder and louder. Jeremiah! And then he got to the stairs. He got to the stairs, and he started walking up the stairs, and they were old and broken and creaky. He was afraid they were going to break and he was going to fall through. But he couldn't stop his feet. They just kept on going up to the porch. And when he got to the door, he could hear the sound louder than ever before. Jeremiah! And the door was just barely opened. And so he reached out his hand to open up the door. And just when he touched the doorknob, ah!